Welcome to the Ballroom Dance Channel. We are a worldwide community of ballroom dancers who meet here every day to talk all things ballroom dance. Today's topic, the problem with mixed proficiency partnerships. Here goes. First of all, this wasn't a thing back in the dark ages when I was competing amateur. I do love that it gives access to competition for so many more dancers because finding that amateur partner is like finding a needle in the haystack. But there's some unique challenges. Number one, the better amateur often tries to teach the worse amateur. Oh, all sorts of amateur hour, and they're giving them bad information, and I've seen it in my own studio. So for you, mixed proficiency, kind of more experienced partner, get back in your lane, let the pro do their job. It's in your best interest. Okay, number two, I've seen follows go into this with the grandmaster plan of, okay, well, I'm going to get to their skill level and then we'll be equal partners and enter together. Okay, reality check. Even if you outgrow their skill and you're better than they are, microscopic chance of that happening. Why? Because often they're getting a financial kickback for dancing with you. At least the people I've seen, the lesser amateur pays that more experienced amateur to partner with them. Related problem, I often see the pro take a percentage of that. So now you're paying that amateur for their time, and that person is giving a chunk of that to the pro. So now the pro has vested interest in you being pigeonholed in that mixed proficiency partnership because they're getting a little bit more money. I don't like it, but I have seen it or I wouldn't share it. Okay. Next step. At the competition, you generally want to go head to head with as many couples as possible. Usually there are more couples in that amateur bronze, amateur silver, and not the mixed proficiency. So if you really want to go toe to toe with a lot of couples and feel victory when you win, I would encourage you to go that route if there's an option to do so. Okay, next up, you might be stuck as the lesser amateur student paying for that whole private. Okay, if you have an amateur partner, you get to split the cost of that private. Usually, if you're pro-am, you pay for the whole thing, but guess what? The whole lesson's focused on you. So there's definitely a cost benefit there. Number six, kids. So now you've got two kids dancing together. They have wildly different heights. They aren't pros. So each kid doesn't understand how they need to adjust their dancing for what's ultimately going to be the size appropriate partner. And they're kind of cultivating not the best habits. And so that would be another benefit of dancing in kind of your age commensurate category for a kid, or as a pro-am dancing with your pro, you can either cultivate your dancing to that partner, same thing in the open amateur. In the mixed proficiency, I see these partnerships kind of tend to change over time a little bit more. And so you really got to keep a broad, open mind in possibly adjusting your technique in the future to match what hopefully will be your style and skill and age, blah, 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 commensurate partner. Final thought. In my observation, the best option is amateur just because you save so much darn money. And if you were as addicted to ballroom dance as I was, ah, I loved getting 2 hours of practice time a day. I loved not having to pay my pro partner for that 2 hours of dancing a day. Yes, did I take a ton of privates? Absolutely. But in addition to that, I got what I call bonus dancing time that I had to pay for. When you do program, you are kind of stuck paying for all that practice time. And then next up, If you have the budget, Prime is also a good option. It is expensive and there's downsides to that. I get into that in other videos. But the nice thing is you're paying off the nose, but the whole thing is focused on you and you can really tailor make what you want out of the experience. In closing, I always encourage people to go the amateur route, meaning an amateur to have an amateur partner. If only because you save a ton of money, okay? So usually you get to split the price of their privates. Usually you get exponentially more practice time and you don't have to pay the partner for that practice time. When you do pro-am or often mixed efficiency, I've seen people charge their lesser partner for their time just to practice. And me as a ballroom dancer, I want to dance as much as possible. And I can't get my dancing fix in an affordable budget if I'm doing that mixed proficiency or pro. For me. Number two, if you want to improve the fastest, honestly, Prime might be your best option if you can afford it. Has to be within your budget because the pro can essentially do their part wrong and kind of ninja style manipulate you into dancing a lot better than your actual skill level, balance, knowledge base will let you do. Again, very expensive, but that is always an option too. Okay, thanks so much for watching my channel today. If you like all things ballroom dance, subscribe, and I look forward to seeing you first thing tomorrow morning for some more things ballroom dance. Please keep sharing your stories with me. Ask questions. I never share your names or identity in the videos, but it's super helpful to guide me in the right direction. And yeah, definitely comment below if you're comfortable sharing your stories publicly because I am but one dancer in a world of ballroom dancers. And we all grow faster together by sharing information. Okay, guys, see you in the morning. Doodles.